Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Grey League, and we want to be showcasing a Umbreon team paired with the Serperior and Lanturn. In my mind, we're just going to try to stay in as long as possible and play alignment. Obviously, we don't want to see fairy types, bug types, some fighters. But most of the time, we're going to be staying in here as we have a pretty good core in the back with the Serperior and Lanturn. Obviously, here we have the Diggersby. Diggersby is going to be throwing this Scorching Sand, and we're just drawing out this because we technically don't want to be switching out. We don't really have a great counter to this Diggersby except for our Serperior, so we're just going to play this out, and unfortunately we do not get that last foul play off right there. So we're going to go in with our Serperior here because our Lanturn is running the Spark version, I believe. So we're just going to allow this Fire Punch to go through. Fire Punch goes through. Yeah, it's super effective, but it's not stab, and nearly, I don't know, did 20%, 25%. We're going to get switched out into the Frostlass here. We have to switch out, and unfortunately, we just get hard countered in the back here. So, a little bit of a team comp right there. They ended up having the Diggersby, Shadow Victory Bell, and Frostlass in the back right there. Perfectly aligns with our team, and we're not going to be able to win this game. So, we're just going to allow them to throw a move. Ends up being the Acid Spray anyways, and they're just going to come at and farm us down. So, GG's to our opponent right there. On to the next game. So yeah, like I said, we're just featuring a different team here. We have a great core in the back with the Lanturn protecting against the Serperior's weaknesses. And here we're going to have the Serperior lead, so we definitely want to stay in here as both of these are pretty tanky, and obviously we don't want our Lanturn matched up against the Serperior. In my mind already, I'm also kind of flipping this other way. We're kind of anticipating some kind of water type, maybe paired with this Serperior. That's the idea. So we definitely want to stay in as we have two things relatively good against just pure water types. But we'll see what happens. They end up switching in to their Lickitung here. So this Lickitung here has forced us to switch into the Serperior because the Lanturn overall doesn't want to see the Serperior, but we should be able to do some big damage or get some shields with this Serperior versus this Lickitung. So that's the reasoning behind we switched into this one right here. We know that we don't have to worry about the KO here. There's nothing that can KO us from this range. Our opponent here is going to throw another Body Slam. This potentially could knock us out, but it does not. But unfortunately, we get farmed down. And then here, we're just going to make sure we go back into our Umbreon. We have some energy on it. We'll throw one fast move, and then we're going to throw the foul play right there. Foul play does go off, and then they end up switching out into their last Pokemon, which is the Sandslash. This Sandslash here is going to have to throw a... Oh! I was going to say maybe they have the potential bait or drill run, but this is actually the Bulldoze version. Bulldoze Sandslash here is a little bit better for me because it requires them to get to a little bit of higher energy just to use some energy cost. As you can see here, the Bulldoze doesn't quite KO, but also it's a little bit less efficient. And then here we're going to have our ability to go back into our Umbreon right here to throw this foul play to KO. And we're going to try to farm this Lickitung down. And we do not get the farm down. So GG's to our opponent right there. Unfortunately, unable to beat that backline right there. Let's see. Next game here, we're going to have the Umbreon versus the Trevenant. Obviously, a really good matchup right here. We're going to have to throw our move on weird timing as... Okay, exactly. They switch out, and we have a Serperior waiting for this Lanturn. We're going to be able to get to this Frenzy Plant right here. This Frenzy Plant is going to do some huge damage, but not enough to take it out. And we don't have to worry about any of their moves, and we just go for the farm down. Our opponent here is going to have to throw a Shadow Ball. They do go for the Shadow Ball, and that clears the way for our Umbreon. This Umbreon has such a huge advantage right now because It has a ton of energy, and it's going to be resisting all of the big moves. So our opponent, interesting enough, has stayed in. And unfortunately for them, they tried to catch us with the Azumarill on the back, but we have the hard counter to that Pokemon as well. So GG's to our opponent right there. On to the next game. In fact, they actually ran double water, didn't they? Lanturn and Azumarill on the back. So like I said, we're really good against water in the back. All right, so here we have the Serperior matchup again. We're going to stay in, obviously, because we only really have some soft counters to this Serperior. But at least we have the Umbreon versus this. So we're just going to throw this Foul Play here, chip away at it. We want to make sure we are throwing on ideal timing here. So here we're going to be throwing one fast move, and then we go for this Foul Play. This Foul Play obviously will not KO. The next one might. So we actually go for the back-to-back, just in case they try to do something funky. And it looks like they're going to try... Oh, they try to farm us down. But because we are at a move already, we're just going to commit a shield. And then we're going to go for this Foul Play, making them make a decision. Are they going to double shield, or are they just going to allow this to go through? So they do decide to double shield that situation. And they are able to get to the Arrow Ace there. We're not going to shield, and we're not going to use a move here because we actually think there's a water type in the back. Serperior needs like a water type, but they don't have a water type, but they have the Lickitung. Still a possibility that they have a water type, so we're just going to throw all our energy right here. 2 Frenzy Plants here against this Lickitung. Almost takes it out, but not quite. And we're going to switch on to Lanturn here. And there you go. There's that water type in the back right there, protecting the Serperior. So GG's to our opponent right there. Unfortunately for them, we just had the Lanturn waiting for them in the back, and our Lanturn avoided their Serperior and Lickitung. All right, Sand Slash right here is exactly where we want it. We are going to be able to resist these fast moves, but let's see what they throw here. They go for the Drill Run. This Drill Run right here is only neutral, but our Foul Plays here are going to be adding up. As you can see here, even our fast moves are contributing to the damage, so this is a fantastic situation for us. We're going to throw on Weird Timing here, and then we're going to make sure our opponent here is going to have to make a decision. Are they going to shield here, or are they going to let this Sand Slash go? They let it go, which is fantastic. There's that water type. We immediately switch into our Lanturn. They swap into their Sableye right here. We're going to allow this Foul Play to go through because we know we can tank it. We're going to throw this Surf right here. We do get the shield, which is great. And then we're just going to keep throwing Surfs, as even though these Surfs are only going to chip at it, they are going to do enough to where they're going to pressure potentially some energy out of this Sableye, or potentially letting us farm down. So we're just going to let this Sableye throw all of its energy. They go for the Foul Play bait right there, and then they switch out into their Azumarill. But unfortunately for them, we do have another counter to this Azumarill, and we're going to shield this Ice Beam right here. We're going to maximize the energy, and we're going to throw this Frenzy Plant right here. This Frenzy Plant does get shielded, but we actually have another shield for their Ice Beam right here, and we are in total control right now. We're just going to make sure we throw this Frenzy Plant once we get to full energy, and exactly what we do. This Frenzy Plant goes through, KOs the Azumarill, and we already have another move ready for that Sableye in the back. So GG's to that opponent right here, and GG's to the game. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.